Diane Abbott is in the news again, and this time because she's calling out political patronage, really, and she claims that Keir Starmer is in hoik to rich Labour donors. But political patronage has been a cornerstone of British politics, with business people and wealthy individuals wielding influence over political leaders with donations and gifts. And this phenomenon is not new and has historical roots that can be traced back to the 19th century, not just the 20th century. And so, if you go back to the 19th century, political patronage in Britain was often associated with the practice of the rotten boroughs, where wealthy landowners could essentially control parliamentary seats. And the Reform Acts of 1832 and 1867 tried to curb these practices, but political patronage persisted in different forms. Business leaders like Sir Robert Peel, a prominent industrialist, also served as a prime minister and had significant influence over policy, blending business interests with political power. He's responsible for the police, for developing the police. Early in the 20th century, figures like David Lloyd George capitalized on patronage through the Lloyd George Fund, which traded political honours for donations. And this scandal led to the 1925 Honours Prevention of Abuses Act, limiting the direct sale of peerages and honours. Post-World War II, political patronage continued to evolve. Media moguls such as Lord Beaverbrook and Lord Rothermere influenced political leaders, particularly Winston Churchill. Their support was often secured through favourable media coverage, demonstrated how patronage extended beyond financial gifts to include media influence. Bernie Ecclestone and Tony Blair in 1997, the £1 million donation made by the Formula One boss Bernie Ecclestone to the Labour Party in 1997. Shortly after, the government granted Formula One a controversial exemption from a tobacco advertising ban, and this led to accusations of cash for influence. Sir James Dyson and Boris Johnson in 2021, during the COVID-19 pandemic. There were revelations that Boris Johnson exchanged text messages with Sir James Dyson promising to fix tax issues for Dyson's employees if they contributed to the national effort by manufacturing ventilators. Although this didn't involve direct financial gifts, it illustrates how business leaders can leverage their resources for political favours. Lord Bamford and the Conservative Party. Lord Bamford, chairman of the JCB Company, a major donor to the Conservative Party for years. He funded Boris Johnson's leadership campaign and lent his private jet to Johnson for his campaign tour in 2019, illustrating how business patronage can support political ascendancy. And then there's Diane Abbott's criticism of Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party now, which reflects broader concerns about the influence of wealthy donors on political leaders. Her remarks came after it was revealed that Starmer had received a significant donation for clothing from Lord Ali. Not just Starmer, but many of the current cabinet ministers. And Labour's biggest personal donor is Lord Ali. This, along with revelations about other Labour leaders receiving these gifts, raises questions about the party's probity, whether or not it compromises its principles for financial support. And Starmer says, he's not going to accept any more offers of clothing or glasses. He's already filled out his wardrobe. But Abbott's challenge is not just a critique of Starmer's leadership, but a broader commentary on how political parties, whether Labour or Conservative, find themselves entangled with wealthy benefactors, wealth and power. And her statement that Labour has been changed into an organisation whose leaders are in the pockets of the millionaires is a direct challenge to Starmer's vision for his party, and suggests that the left believes the party is losing its traditional values, but it lost them last time it was in power. Abbott's criticism highlights the delicate balance political parties need to maintain between funding and principles. And the question of whether politicians should accept personal gifts from wealthy donors isn't new. It becomes particularly contentious when it involves personal benefits such as clothing and luxury items, holidays in New York, bring a friend, rather than party funding specifically, wallpaper the new apartment, make a cat flap for the new cat in the bomb-proof door of the flat above number 10. This controversy suggests that despite reforms, the shadow of political patronage looms large over British politics. It's whether through indirect financial contributions, media influence, personal gifts, there's a long and complex history in British politics of taking money from big business and big business people. And the current debate within Labour is a reminder that the struggle to maintain integrity while securing necessary resources is ongoing. We only have to look back at Baroness Moan and Matt Hancock's ditherings in the stationery cupboard. Oh, it's a stationery cupboard. Let's make it move. Let's encourage some patronage. Diane Abbott's challenge, therefore, is not merely a personal grievance, but a significant political statement about the future direction and the ethical standing of the party in power. Has the Labour Party abandoned its principles simply to maintain its position as the government?